Jolts dude. I am revisiting the melee Amara build that I did recently, where I was trying to see if it will or will not work on Mayhem 4. So from the jump, a lot of you are probably going to say just flat out no, and that's fine. Honestly, it doesn't seem like the game, to have advertised Amara as being the melee character, really did any of that. She only has like maybe 3 skills or a handful that really actually do anything to improve melee or really encourage anyone to play melee. Like the best builds for her pretty much use Phase Grasp to proc the effect of Spiritual Driver, and that's it. And that's pretty sad considering she was supposed to be the melee character, and no builds seemed viable on 4. So I'm going to go ahead and showcase what this build looks like. If you want to see what it looked like before the level 53 increase, you can check it out on my channel here. But what I'm going to be doing today is trying to see if it holds up after the update to level 53. I do not have any... I've been farming for better gear, but I'm basically going to show what the build looked like before, the skills I've updated, and, you know, what I play around with. So pretty much the way it works is obviously you're going to need a Cutsman or Cutsmans, probably the corrosive one. It'd be better if this said melee, but honestly I'm not going to argue with the weapon damage increase for 300%. This build is a type of build where it's more of a working off of what I have, not what I want kind of thing, because I don't know about the rest of you, but unless you're in a Discord where you can for sure get the good gear that you're looking for, if you're the type where you're just kind of farming, you don't have really resources to get it from someone who's farming, or no one else around you has it that can send or copy it for you, then this is kind of one of those builds where you just kind of go off of what you found, if you can find it, kind of thing. But anyways, Cutsman, obviously going to be something you want to have on your person, especially this corrosive one. It'll help out a lot. I'm again looking for a better face puncher with this anointment that increases melee. I have a better face puncher over here on the side that does a bit more damage and probably does more than even this anointed one, but right now, like I said, I'm just going to be testing this out because this is all raw. I have yet to actually test out this build on Mayhem, be it before or after the level increase, so that's what we're going to find out together, is if it does work on Mayhem 4 or not. I'm going to start out on, you know, the nerfed Mellow on takedown, and then go up to true and see if it stacks up. Probably won't, but you never know, maybe. I've got the Maggie, that's just kind of a, good weapon to have. I had one that was anointed for melee damage as well, but it was only 100% and that was level 50. I personally feel like a higher damaging Maggie is better than, one with a melee anointment in general. Wedding Invitation, this weapon actually works pretty well. I had a different build that I was doing before this one that I got from Eric's Gaming. That build with this Wedding Invitation just does so much work, but that also was me testing it on Mayhem 1. It might not do as well in Mayhem 4, maybe it will, maybe it won't. Obviously you're going to want a ward shield. Again, a melee anointment is best, so as you notice the theme here seems like a lot of this is phase slam, so that's what I'm going to be using. Again, got to farm for a better version of its piss because, just weakening your enemies helps out. Now, as far as the relics go, I'll get that in a minute, but you want the Solitary Breaker with that increase to your melee damage there on the right. That's the really key thing you want there. And now, what I've been doing with these relics is I've been kind of experimenting between White Elephant and Knife Drain. So, the relics I kind of swap between is, Rush is alright, but so far it seems like the Knife Drain Commander Planetoid works best from what I've seen. Because of, I'll show you the skills here in a second, but I don't have any really good or, solid health regen skills I've spent into besides the obvious ones I'll show you in a minute. But yeah, this one works out pretty well. And then the White Elephant relic is the best. I would say the Elemental Projector White Elephant is probably the better one between these two elephant relics because of the reduction of, or actually I might be thinking of a different one. Yeah, I'm probably thinking of this one right here. Gave me resistance. This one's pretty good. So these relics here are what I'm playing around with. I currently have the Cut Purse White Elephant in case I can get some ammo back. But I've been playing around with Firestone White Elephant, Knife Drain Victory Rush, Elemental Projector White Elephant, and Knife Drain Commander Planetoid. These ones have been giving me a lot of success. So, like I said, if you want some healing, the Knife Drains will be good. These are the ones I've had the most success with. If you want more damage, obviously the white elephant, and the one I've had the most success with, I would say, would probably be the elemental projector white elephant. For obvious reasons, a lot of builds ask for the elemental projector, so that'd probably be the best one. But right now, we're gonna try the cut purse. Or actually, let's just go ahead and do the elemental projector. But yeah, these relics are the ones I've had the most success with when it comes to trying Amara on Mayhem 4. Obviously, the white elephant, you know, does better damage in tandem with her melee. If you want more healings, then knife drain. But the build I'm going for shouldn't need the knife drain because I have a augment. So for now, elemental projector white elephant. But you're not wrong to use the cut purse. But I believe the way that works is you have to hit an enemy that also has a shotgun. That's how it worked in Borderlands 2, at least. I'm not sure if that's different. Let me know if it is or is not the same. So going over to the skill tree, we're going to start with the obvious one you have to invest into, which is the brawl tree. I have 3 points here in personal space, obvious clarity, that's where some of the health regen comes from, as well as samsara. So that's what I was saying, you don't necessarily need the knife drain per se. And as you see, the augment I have is the soul sap. So, you know, that coupled with the regen I have already, you may or may not need it, and damage reduction. So knife drain you can go either way on, but if you really want to be, you know, impenetrable, that's something that could help. But anyways, moving forward, the reason why I said the rope-a-dope thing I'm using here, calm, is necessary is because of that increased melee damage. You know, one with nature, that helps out because of elemental damage resistance to whatever your element is. I'm running currently shock element. Then you've got jab cross, that also helps a bit, and then, you know, blitz for the extra bit of melee. We are going to go down the mystic assault tree mostly, because I do like the action skill cooldown rate, since we're going to be using face slam a lot, and it does have a pretty big cooldown. I figured laid bear would be good for this build. Again, if anyone has any kind of recommendations for what I should do differently, by all means, let me know. I would like to see if we could make melee Amara viable on Mayhem 4. But yeah, if you want to go to alacrity, that probably works better than this. What's up, dude? Okay, I'll get to you in a minute. So, yeah, like I was saying, if you want to go alacrity, that could probably be better than even the restless. But yeah, I figured, you know, more cooldown would be better since we're relying on face slam. For anyone wondering, that's my kid. He's asking about food, but alas, there is food downstairs. I can get him in a second here. Just gonna upload this video real fast, and I will get to him. But yeah, like I said, laid bear is what I went with down here. If you want to go with wrath or whatever have you from rest. I didn't go for wrath because, if I'm not mistaken, gun damage doesn't apply to the face puncher since it's doing melee damage. So I don't think it's doing gun damage in the traditional sense. So that's why I didn't go with that one. But again, if you want reload speed, then definitely fast hands and alacrity, that'll help. Obviously you'll have to come down this tree for that extra melee, because this is the only skill in this tree that has melee. None of the others have melee. So you want to invest in Illuminated Fist. Then there's Anima, of course, because these other two don't really help out much when it comes to the build we're trying to do. So yeah, like I was saying, we're doing Face Slam, Soul Sap, and the element I typically have it on is Shock, just to get shields down, because with the White Elephant mod, you're going to be hitting your enemies with a whole host of different elements. So, you know, yeah, that's why I have Shock, because the other elements are on there. But anyways, oh, sorry, I forgot to mention, the Mayhem we're on is, you know, 4. Hang on. And now there is a boost to incendiary damage, so that might make this build look a bit better than it actually is. There's that, you know, opportunity. That could happen, probably is going to happen. But also, here's a look at my Guardian ranks. I do have a 10.94% increase to melee damage, so that probably is helping out a lot. And as you can see, I have all of the perks from the Enforcer tree, so these are probably going to be helping us out a lot too. And I also have a whole bunch of perks in the Hunter tree, which are probably, well, you know, cooldown rates increase while at full shield, yada yada. So these are probably some other things that are fluffing the build and making it seem like it's viable. Right here is all of what I've got going on over here with these perks. And, you know, bonus stats as well. So keep in mind that this is probably like half of the build right here too, honestly. If you would like to see this without the Guardian ranks, let me know, or try it out for yourself. Either way, we can make that happen. But yeah, let's go ahead and do a quick, run here. See if I can or can't get this to Mayhem. Now, like I was saying a second ago, I'm going to have to go deal with my kid here in a minute, so I may not do the full run, but I just want to, do a little exhibition here. So like I said, we're going to be doing nerfed takedown mode first, because, maybe some of you are more casual than others, but, I will definitely come back to this here in a second to do a true takedown mode and see if that works. Because I did try before this doing a bit of mobbing and shaking on graveward, and it worked for the most part. But it could very well be doing more work. But yeah, this is basically how the build works. So not doing a serious ton of damage, and it's probably because of my current equipped face puncher. So if we look at the face punchers I actually have on my person, like I said, I have another one that by comparison does more damage than this one. So maybe I should try using that one. I can try that here in a second. So I'm just going to show off what this one with the face slam anointment looks like. And that's the other thing too with this build is, unfortunately, we are going to be going down a bit here and there. Because, like I said, melee Amara is really not too viable on Mayhem 4. It's really upsetting. But if you're stubborn like me and you really want to get her to Mayhem 4 and do melee, that's why I'm doing this. Because I was really excited. My main character actually is Zane, but I was excited to at least, do Amara as a secondary character, because I was excited to hear, a Siren was doing melee. I thought we were going to get, like, Brick, but with elemental powers or something, and that's not at all what we got. We got, a decent Siren. She's, like, the strongest person in the game, but, she could be better, honestly. Especially if, melee was supposed to be her claim to fame in this game. It's really upsetting. But, yeah. So, as you can see on Mayhem 4, even with the incendiary damage bonus and all the other Guardian rank perks I have, it could be doing better. But, as far as a melee build goes, it's doing as much work as it can, considering, all the not melee skills Amara has. But yeah, that's basically how this is working here. And it took me about 3 minutes to kill Graveward with this build. So, again, it's not stellar, I'll admit that, but it is better than it could be. Because a lot of builds, like I said, don't rely on melee in any way, and I can understand why, because of this right here. But yeah, this is me using the level 50 anointed face puncher. So real quick, we'll switch over, if it'll let me. There we go. To the other one. And let's see how much more work this one does. So yeah, considerably more. Enemies are going down a lot harder, a lot faster. At least by comparison. But yeah, the It's Piss grenade really helps out a lot because you can weaken your enemies. It kind of, fluffs the melee damage you're not doing because of the lack thereof when it comes to skills and what have you. But yeah, Soul Sap's also helping out a lot. So like I said, if you want to use the knife drain so that you can just kind of stay up and just indefinitely do melee, it's your prerogative. But yeah, as you can see, it's alright. But yeah, any veteran players looking at this will probably see that it's not doing as much work as it could or should be, and just dismiss it right off the bat. But again, if you're like me and you wanted to, do melee Amara for sure, then, this build might do something for you. But, if we're being honest, melee Amara needs a lot of work. Because I just don't like how she was billed as being the melee person, and she's not used for even some of the other skills that she has. Like I said, some of the better builds I've seen just use Phase Grasp to activate Spiritual Driver, and that's it. Like, her action skills have no use other than to, activate Spiritual Driver from what I've seen. Feel free to disagree with me. But any builds I've come across that really work, like, on Mayhem 4, only use Spiritual Driver and only, use her for the, proccing of yada yada. Anyways, I'm rambling at this point. But yeah, winning invitation, not too bad. Got that guy pretty good. But again, incendiary damage is buffed, so that's probably why I got him pretty good. and I got hit from behind. Of course I did. Oh, and I'm up. I guess I killed that guy up there I was trying to kill. But anyways, like I said, let me know what you guys think. This is a pretty short video. Like I said, you can pretty much surmise if this does or does not work for yourself based on what I've done here so far. If you'd like to see more of any other contents, whoever is watching, let me know. You have a good one.